That's the game.
Answer the question. Okay, everybody stop. Listen, there's too many sides. Listen. Yes, but let me do this just so we're clear. Dean, I asked you because you said they're actually making efforts to clean up the mess in the Catholic Church. Can you give me even one example of something that they're doing to clean up the church? If not, I'm going to go to Andrew.
Michael Voris, who several times a week on the Church Militant channel, who has been calling out the cardinals and calling for resignations and calling for more
calling out does nothing. Okay, I want to know what they're actually doing to make. We call them out. Andrew, can you give me an example?
Reforms in who gets into the priesthood that started in the 80s and 90s, where, by the way, most of this occurred. This is almost all about stuff that occurred in the 80s and 90s.
So they've been talking about it, is what you're saying. They've been talking
about it. So it doesn't matter when it happens in the past? Like, is that what you're saying? Like, it's happened in the past.
Do you want me to speak or not?
Go, Andrew.
Andrew, what's your example of some reform that's happening, taking place?
So we'll start with the reforms that occurred after the uncovering of the cover-ups in the 1990s. Specifically, in the United States Roman Catholic Church, they changed policies with regards to the behavior of clerics with people under the age majority, such that a cleric shall never be in the same room without a divider with someone under the age of 18 without someone else witness there. That's one. The other thing that they did
let's start with that one. Let's address each one individually if we can, because I don't think that's a bad idea. One, I think it's really telling that they actually have to put that in there. I think they actually have to give that as a rule that most of us would actually think is common freaking sense that these people cannot be left alone with kids. But second of all, has that been implemented to the point where it's working? Because it still happens today. It's not just happening in the 80s and 90s like you make it out.
So
I've had about it. Let me just make a final statement, and I'm going to make a final statement, and then I'm actually going to drop, because as a sex abuse survivor who was molested by a public school teacher.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Jesus! Okay, but not persecution.
I'm sick of this. I haven't finished.
Wait,
Dean, you don't get. Listen, you don't get to slander other people, and then when they confront you on it and show out where you're full of shit, play the victim card. It doesn't work.
Yeah, let me point this out. Let me point this out. Dean, you think atheism is child abuse. What you think is abuse, I have questions about what you consider to be abuse. Now, I'm not saying you didn't have something happen to you, but I got to tell you, when you pull up this bullshit like atheism is abuse to children, whatever happened to you is really going to diminish. You're hurting your own fucking cause of whatever happened to you. And whatever happened to you has nothing to do with the topic at hand. Okay? You're using it as a crutch, as a persecution porn. It's ridiculous. And everybody calls you out for it.
This is why I call you a bigot, sir, and a hypocritical bigot who does not give a shit about raped children. Very obviously, since I worked 4 years.
Get away with that. You're not going to get You're not going to get away with that. I have never criticized somebody for being a rape victim. Matter of fact, if you looked at my tweets, I actually feel compassion for the rape victims because they are victims. The people that are in abuse, the people that have had abuse done to them, they are victims, Dean. They have no accountability when it comes to that. I feel sorry for them. Okay? So how dare you tell me that I'm a victim? Fuck you. How dare you tell me that I'm abusing child abuse victims because they are the innocent ones? Go fuck yourself.
Bye, Dean.
Bye.
Wow, Steve, you really, show that you are worthy of us asking your forgiveness and really something that we should love and forgive and have a good relationship.
You think we came here to ask your forgiveness? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, you guys really are.
I feel like it's such a narcissistic view of this entire conversation.
Holy shit!
Are you out of your mind? Oh my god! Listen, you have truly got the wrong idea.
Apparently, you guys can't read sarcasm, can you?
That's
really too bad.
Listen, Andrew. None of us here in this call give a flying fuck what any of you think of us. We're just also not going to sit back and let somebody just so blatantly and so carelessly make all of these accusations. And it just showed today that when we confront you on it, you can't back up a fucking thing that you said. So,
tracked anything we said.
Yeah, you can't back anything up. You can't even tell me reform. You said that. the reform that you put forth too, where you said that they put in these special circumstances where they can't be in the room alone with themselves. If you have a priest that you fear can't be in the room with someone under the age of 18 without them being gropey, they shouldn't be in the fucking
ministry in the Roman Catholic Church. It includes a lady.
I mean, this is so bizarre.
You know what? Nobody's ever had to monitor me when I'm around kids. Nobody has to say, "Hey, Steve, let's
hear from John. John's been quiet for a while. Let's hear from John.
Well, I was just going to ask the two people that are left, which I find hilarious that Max, or Dean rather, brought you guys in and then bolted when he was getting quote unquote tired. I'm sure is the way that he's going to phrase it. I have to say that is a really great friend you got there, but. I'm wondering, do you guys agree with Dean on all of his opinions about Steve or Kyle or myself?
Clearly, I agree on everything with Dean, That's why I'm a Roman Catholic and not an Anglican. That's why, we never have any disagreements. Could you turn off the
smart-ass button that you have next to your asshole right now and just answer the fucking question, please?
Why should I answer any question from someone who doesn't respect me?
Why are you here then?
You have to earn respect.
Fuck? Are you kidding me? You guys are wanting respect?
There's 4 blogs against us. There's blogs against me. There's blogs against John. It's blogs against Casey. And you think that you have earned respect when you have maliciously lied? You committed libel. You think you've earned respect?
Writing blogs about you or making videos about you guys? Hold on. Do you hear us or see us making blogs about you or videos about any of you?
Yeah, where's my blog against Red Pill Religion? Because I've never seen it.
Well, the truth is, we don't give a fuck. We don't. We have.
I don't.
So if you don't give a fuck, then why should I give a fuck and answer your questions?
Because you wrote this stuff.
I mean, you can't answer the questions. Number one, you've proven that today. We're going to get some running around the bush answer. We always do. It's nothing new. But we pointed out.
If you already know what you're
line by line where
why
those
are
things
you even
are wrong.
trying?
Trying to what?
Because we want other people to see this as well. We want other people to know that you have no ground. You have no ground to stand on. That you have maliciously lied. You've been defaming people. You've libeled them, and you don't give a shit whether what you put out is true or not. That's the difference between you and us. We verify the shit that we put out. We go on every fucking day to have a show. And wait, let me finish. Let me finish. Let me fucking finish. We try, and Kyle gets even mad about this, but I go out of my way to make sure what we put out is extremely right, especially when it comes to science, and he makes sure it's right on other things. We do not like putting out misinformation. You do not have the same moral fortitude to make sure that what you put out is correct by reading your blogs. And how dare you say otherwise?
So I have a question for you, Steve. Do you follow that same standard on your Twitter?
Yeah. I don't put out false information on my Twitter.
So when you call me a rape apologist...
I do, but you can call me on it and I'll correct it. Yes, I do think you're a rape apologist.
Yes,
okay.
You are.
I think you're a disgusting, violent human being with no morals, yes.
Okay, back that up with evidence.
My opinion. That's my opinion. Do you understand what that means? I don't have to prove to something with evidence that you have no morality. I can demonstrate by the fact that
No, rape apologist. Rape apologist is not a moral judgment.
Sure. Absolutely it is. Do you support the Catholic Church, yes or no?
I'm an Anglican.
Okay, but that's not my question. Do you support the church?
Yeah. Do you
think the church? I wouldn't say we're a member, but do you think it's a viable organization? Do you think it's promoting good over evil? Do you think it has worth in order to try to save?
The organization as a whole,
everything has worth. I think that's
okay. So you're okay with people giving money?
Who is that other voice? Hold on. Who's that other voice? John Baptiste. You haven't said a word all show, and I think that you've
been quiet. You're
probably the smartest one out of all of them. I think. Is there anything that you want to say? I'm sorry, I haven't not been letting you speak on purpose, but just anything you want to say.
As far as the entirety of the Catholic Church, I think it is a viable organization. There are parts of the Catholic Church that are not following the Catholic principles and not following Christian teachings, and I think those people should go to jail, as well as be defrocked and completely humiliated. But I don't think that what happened in Pennsylvania happened from the top down, from the Vatican down. I think that's
Germany,
more
Norway, California.
He's right. He's right that it didn't happen from the top down. You're correct there. But the problem is that the top was involved at some point, because when they move all of these priests around, at some point that gets back to the top, and the top also didn't blow that cover. They just let it happen.
But this is also happening in the public school system as well. You have football teachers, 7-year-old football teachers who were high school and middle school football teachers that were shuffled from state to state. There are laws in states that do not allow any type of teacher that has sexual impropriety in them. There are some states that do, and that exists because this stuff happened.
Jean-Baptiste, that's why Steve and Kyle are calling whataboutism, because of what you just did right there. You're saying the Catholic Church is doing that, but what about these guys over here? And that's the problem with it.
Both me and John and Max agree that what the Roman Catholic Church is doing something evil and wrong when they cover these things up.
They are.
Yeah, but the problem is what pisses off is that church declares itself the moral authority. They are the ones that decide what is right, what is wrong, and you could go further to Africa, where millions are literally dying because of a condom issue. Millions are literally dying. They're watching that happen.
So this is whataboutism too. You're going away from pedophilia to the Roman Catholic position on contraception.
I'm pointing out the atrocities that organization.
No. You're saying look over here at contraception, not at pedophilia.
No, that's not. I'm saying it's all under one organization.
Yeah. Well, let's get this organization straight, because you don't know what a two-quote way is. What about is that? This is one organization we're talking about that is committing atrocities, and I think the whole thing in Africa and AIDS and the condoms is a freaking atrocity. It is a moral outrage. That is not whataboutism. That is exactly what we're talking about.
But that's not necessarily.
They want them to abstain from having sex
all the
before
Catholic
marriage,
churches.
But the priests, no, they're fine.
The hell it ain't.
So do you think that the Roman Catholic teaching is that pedophilia is permissible?
Did I ever say that?
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. All three of you. Did you? Okay. So
now their actions say otherwise. Yes. Their actions say otherwise.
Do I think it fosters it? Do I think it enables it? Yes.
No,
okay. Does it enable it more or less to equivalent? Does it enable it more or less compared to other organizations with similar missions and similar size?
More.
So,
absolutely more.
Because what's your evidence for your statement?
One, they have moral authority that they try to utilize to manipulate the kids, right? They don't have moral authority. Do you want to read some of the disgusting, vile things that were in that report? That they made kids do.
They put
in order
crosses
for the religion
on
to be saved.
Easy marks. They put
they have gold crosses on them to let people know that they're easy marks.
Yeah, they did
that's
that.
What pedophilia
also,
consistently
there was a Catholic priest that blessed the genitals of a 14-year-old girl before he raped her. So yes, this is theological and
theologically
it is not theological. It does not follow theologically. These are people.
Used.
But these are people who are evil people, and they should be, and
it doesn't matter if it is actually in the theology of Catholicism to bless the rape victim's genitals. That doesn't matter. What matters is the fact is that he blessed the rape victim's genitals before he raped her, using theology as a weapon against him. That's what matters.
And
why is it so hard for you guys to comprehend that?
And so... Basically, okay, so would have it been better if that victim had been raped with no, theological context?
I didn't say... No, this is still whataboutism.
Jesus. What?
No, I'm just curious on what your thoughts are.
Do you guys listen to yourself before you say something? Because I swear to God, I'm telling you, I've been on air for a lot of years, and I've never heard the sheer amount of bullshit that
have we gotten to this point in life? We've gotten to this point in life where we can't just come together and say, yes, this is a horrible thing. This is a horrible thing. Instead of making all of these excuses or looking at public schools.
It is a horrible thing, but I think the individuals, not the entire organization, should be held to account. I think that the law should kind of force the Catholic Church to give these people to the authorities.